Welcome back to Woods Collectibles. I'm Joe, and today is top 10 most expensive Marvel Funko Pops ever created. Let's get into it. At number 10 is the Metallic Captain America from SDCC 2011, limited to 480 pieces, and it has sold 2 times in the last 180 days, bringing the PPG to $2,620. I will say, when I started planning to do this video, I was watching the PPGs closely, and this one came out of nowhere. Prior to the last 2 sales in the 180 days, this one was, hovering around the $1,800 mark range. However, the last 2 sales have come in at $3,000 and $2,200, which boosted this PPG on this pop, which slotted it in to the number 10 spot on our list today. I will say, I really do like the metallic on these rarer, older Funko Pops. It just shines and glows so nicely. At number 9 is Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man, metallic with the golden eyes. This was limited to 480 pieces from SDCC 2012. Within the last 60 days, there's been 2 sales, which brings our PPG to $2,670. Now, looking at the price chart, you can see that this one was hovering probably around the almost $2,500 mark before these previous sales. And even with those 2 sales, it's still right around there. I would probably put this right at the range of $2,500. Now, it is a little worrisome that there were 2 sold on the same day. One for $3,200, one for $2,500. It's just rare to see this pop sell 2 on the exact same day. When you look within the last 2 years, there's been 3 sales previously. So you have seen an uptick, because from 180 days you saw 2 sales, and then even after that, 60 days, 2 sales. So you have seen an uptick in it, but I don't know. This one, you're probably looking at real PPG value around $2,500, $2,600 at the most. And I'm not knocking this Spider-Man pop. This will not be the last time you see a Spider-Man pop on this list. But this Amazing Spider-Man metallic with the golden eyes is coming in at number 9 on our list. Next on our list is the only time Loki appears on our list, and it's in the number 8 spot. This is the Loki from Avengers series from SDCC 2012, limited to 480 pieces, and it has sold twice in the last 90 days for a PPG of $2,740. I think Loki goes with when he's on and appearing on different movies and TV shows. You see these peaks and valleys, some really skinny towers, some not so skinny towers, but I think that's because it plays a big factor on when we see him on TV. So when he's popular, his price shoots up, but when he's not, you can see that thing dips, and there's no real in between. Look at 1 year ago, 1 sale for $5,800, then 2 in the last 180 days for $3,500 in the average, and in the last 90 days is $2,400. So you can see there's big price fluctuations there. This pop right now, though, is currently valued at $2,700, which I personally agree and like that it's not the same characters over and over, because you'll see in this list there is a lot of the same characters over and over. So Loki is coming in at number 8 on our most expensive Marvel Funko Pops. At number 7, it's another Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man 2, but this is the Japanese premiere metallic version. This was sold at the Japan premiere in 2014. In the last 12 months, there's been 4 total sales, and that has brought the PPG to $2,890. I think as we continue on this list, you'll notice a theme, but I think these pops have really benefited from the success that Spider-Man has done within the last couple years, especially with Amazing Spider-Verse, Miles Morales version, and all that kind of stuff. all these pops get to benefit from it. And you've seen that within the last year and a half because of all these different sales. I mean, just look at the chart. 3 years ago, this was at a $1,500 price point. The last one sold at a whopping $3,200. Now, I'm not just saying that's because of the success that Spider-Man has done within the last year and a half, 2 years, but it does play a factor into these price points. Once people see it and realize that, wow, Spider-Man is really growing and everybody's enjoying it, the pops are going to follow as well, because popularity is going to make more people want these pops. And when that supply, there's not enough of it, and the demand is so intense because of the success, well, then you can raise those prices. Spider-Man happens to be my favorite Marvel superhero, so I'm not complaining by any means. And the metallic on these Spider-Man pops, oh boy, so nice, so well done. I like how it's just so simplistic. Definitely worthy of our number 7 spot. Coming in at number 6 is the Spider-Man Metallic from SDCC 2011. And this was limited to 96 pieces. 3 have sold within the last year. And it is coming in at a PPG of $5,880. You know, looking at the recent sales, you see one that happened in November at a whopping $10,000, which, you know, is kind of an outliner. However, the majority of the sales and prices is around, you know, anywhere from $3,500 to $5,500. So, you know, that price point that it is now is pretty accurate, I believe. Maybe a few hundred less than what it's saying right now. But when only you have 96 pieces and it's a Spider-Man, I don't know if you can argue with that price point. And that is our number 6 and final non-Freddy Funko pop to make it on this list. So Spider-Man, the 96 piece, well done and definitely worthy of the number 6 spot. At number 5, if you know me, you know how big of a Freddy Funko fan I am. And this is Freddy Funko as Ghost Rider, which was limited to 96 pieces from SDCC 2013. Within the last year, there's been 4 total sales, which has brought this fantastic pop to $6,160 of a PPG. You know, for 96 pieces, there has been a number of sales within the last year. Normally, for 96 pieces, that's super rare, and not too many people are moving that pop around. However, I always love to see them move around, because when you see them more frequently, that means the supply is there, so we don't have to pay as much for our Freddy Funkos. And Freddy Funko fans, you know, as well as I do, that boy, some of these Freddys are super expensive. However, I would definitely say this one is probably worth around that 57-ish, 58-ish price point. With that said, this pop is still a beaut, still a mega grail, and definitely worth that number 5 spot on our list today. To nobody's surprise, Freddy Funko as Tony Stark is on this list, and it is coming in at number 4. Just a quick non-spoiler, there may be another Freddy Funko as Tony Stark on this list, but you'll have to continue to watch to see which number it is. This Freddy Funko is coming in at $7,230, and this is from SDCC 2012. Limited to 96 pieces, and within the last year, there has been 3 total sales. So just like the previous one that we just spoke about on our list. And then looking at the chart, you can see a nice staircase. What that tells me is pops are building off of each other. So one sale will build off the other to build off the other, so that that price slowly rises. So when you see those multiple sales close together, you're able to build off each other and use that momentum to price yours a little bit higher, which is what you see here. This pop, without a shadow of a doubt, is well worth that $6,500 to $7,000, hands down. And an absolute must-have for any Marvel fan. This is our number 4 most expensive Marvel Funko Pop. At number 3 is the Freddy Funko as Venom. This is limited to 24 pieces from SDCC 2019. There's been 4 total sales within the last 2 years, bringing the total of this Funko Pop to $18,780. Now, with only 24 pieces and somebody owning a large portion of it, they were able to set the market for these pops, which is why you kind of see this price point around 5,000, then it went to 8,000, and all of a sudden, 22,000. Well, when you own a large portion of them or a majority of them, you're able to set your price because they don't come on the market, right? As those get sold to other people, then the market becomes more open and it's not one person owning all of them. So that price starts to come down a little bit. However, this is still a 24-piece Freddy Funko. So the price is still going to be up there. Now, will it be in the $32,000, $40,000 range? I don't think so. But don't expect it to drop lower than that $18,000 threshold. People would be silly to sell it for anything less than that. A 24-piece Freddy, if you could get your hands on one of those. So it's definitely worthy of our number 3 spot. At number 2 is probably one of the best Freddy Funko Pops ever made. The 12-piece from SDCC 2013 Freddy Funko Ghost Rider Metallic Freddy Funko. This pop is outstanding and a must-have for any Freddy Funko collector, not just a Marvel. You have to, if you have $23,000 on the side, this is one you definitely have to get. Let's look at the chart real quick. And there's not much here, guys. You know, there's 12 of them out there in existence. They're not going to come on very often. And when they do, that person selling is going to be able to name their price. $33,000 was this person's price. I'm almost sure the next one, you're going to see anywhere between $35,000 to $40,000 list price. That's enough to make us all envious of anybody that can get this pop. Because boy, oh boy, would I love to have this in my collection. Our number 2 most expensive Marvel Pop is Freddy Funko as Ghost Rider Metallic. And the number 1 most expensive Marvel Funko Pop in existence is Freddy Funko as Tony Stark Metallic. 12 pieces, SDCC 2012. There has been 2 sales within the last year, which has brought the total PPG to $38,660. This is a lot like the previous pop that had 12 pieces. I'm surprised that there's been 2 sold this year, when if you look at the last 10 years, there was only 1 sold. Now, there comes a point as a collector where you say, this pop has increased so much in value, maybe I should turn it in and get some money for it. Can't blame them for that either. You bought a pop for whatever price. You sell it for $40,000 and you could go buy a lot of other Funko Pops with that $40,000. Well, this Freddy Funko as Tony Stark Metallic concludes our most expensive Marvel Funko Pops. Heck, this Tony Stark is going to be up there on the most expensive Funko Pops, period. Not just on Marvel. So Marvel, hold your head up high because this one is deserving of that number 1 spot. Well, everybody, that's going to conclude our video today. I want to thank you so much for tuning in, liking and subscribing to our video. I can't thank you enough for always being there for us. We really do appreciate you, and we can't wait to release more content for you folks. See you soon. Bye.